31-27 game, but each team is diving and flying after the ball. It's fun to watch. We got a good game on our hands.
Got a good game here. And the varsity men's game, I think, will be no doubt the same. As we get ready to go back to play. Throws it about, gives it to number 12. Number 12 going to Wimmer. Wimmer goes back up court. She'll try to go for a layup on her own, and she turns it over. Turns it back to Fatiglia. Fatiglia went there, and the whistle and a foul call.
Delaney Eves was picked up the defense.
Foul on number 11, Sophia Fatiglia.
She just a little bit too aggressive. We just mentioned that we like what we saw, but the referees obviously didn't like it too much because they called a foul after the defensive rebound by Delaney Eves. So she's going to have the opportunity to go up by 2 more here.
Fatiglia with a foul. She will give Clayton the ball. Missed the shot at 1-1. Gives it right back to Wake Forest. Under the basket, number 11 going for the layup. That's no good. That's Fatiglia again. Sophia. And Comets with the ball. Howard under pressure at midcourt. Goes on her own. Dealing with Miles now. Also Rodriguez in 5. Battle for 5. Howard turns it back to Watkins. Watkins now under pressure by Goodwin for 3 on the Wake Forest Cougars. Holding the ball, trying to let the clock run down, it looks like, and they're just kind of going back and forth with it. Hedinger goes back to Eves. Eves goes to Watkins. Watkins with the ball now, looking for Howard. No one's there. No one's home. She'll hold on to the ball. She turns it right over, and the takeaway by Wimmer for Wake Forest. Go up there. Going for 2 was 122 of Miles. Basket up and no good. Turns it over. Give it back to Clayton. No, it's turnover by Clayton. Back to Wake Forest by Goodwin. And they're going to say she stepped on the line. It's Comets ball. No, foul on Best.
It's her third.
Unique Best, third foul for the young lady in 24.
You like what you saw out of Howard of trying to throw the ball for a full court pass, should you say. Just a little bit too short. There was 3 different defenders around Howard, and Marlon Lee, the head coach of the Comets, was that. And that incident called a timeout. Let us keep the ball. But Best, with her defensive skills, takes the ball away, and she tries to get it over to Washington, but it's going to be out of bounds. It will remain the... Who they're going to give it to? No, they're going to give it to the Comets.
They're going to give it to Clayton ball. It'll stay Clayton ball. 31-27. It'll stay Comets ball. As Eves will put it in bounds back to Hedinger. 32-23. Flip-flop the numbers. Hedinger under 2-lady pressure. She's at midcourt. Law turns over the ball. They'll fight for it. Rodriguez comes out of the pile with it. Rodriguez goes back to Goodwin. Goodwin going for 2. Baskets up, no good, and a foul called.
And that's on Watkins. That's her 4th. She's got to be careful. It is on Watkins.
Foul on Watkins. That's her 4th foul. 4 fouls on Alexa Watkins for the Comets. And Sharp's coming in as Goodwin goes to the line of the guard. Freshman for the Cougars. Shoots 2. Misses her first. Sharp's in. Watkins is staying in, and Washington's coming out. I would say Watkins should sit down because she's the one that's got 4 fouls. In foul trouble, but I mean, you're down to the home stretch. You got 2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:59, right at 2 minutes, and it's just a matter of you want your players in. You want your best players in this ball game, and that's what exactly we have. Henniger, Eves, and Henniger throws the ball over.
Miles turns it over. Whistle and a foul called on Moultrie, and this foul is called on 23 of Mackenzie Hedinger. Hedinger on the foul, so that'll be her second. Second foul for Hedinger.
Got a full timeout.
Timeout. We'll be back after radio timeout. Comets basketball rolls on.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things. It means showing respect for the opposing team
and being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
And now back to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network, the home of your Clayton Comets.
Back after radio timeout, it is 1:53 in regulation remaining. Missed shot, 31-28, a Comets ball. Watkins all the way at the other side of the court gets it thrown to her. Watkins with the ball, sets it up to Sharp. Sharp at midcourt. She's under pressure now by Wimmer. Watkins holds on. Remember, she's in foul trouble now. 4 fouls on Wimmer. And Sharp with the ball. They're going to reach in and call foul on Wimmer in 12.
Yep, that's only your second.
Second foul on Wimmer, number 12.
So right now we have Moultrie with 2, Goodwin with 2, Lester with 2, Fatiga with 2, Wimmer with 2, Combs with 2, and then Miles with 2. I mean, so they're in good shape.
Very good
right
job,
now.
yeah.
They're in good shape.
More in attack to get out of the game is Watkins with 4 fouls for the Comets. First shot goes up, no good for Peyton Sharp. Sharp had injury at the beginning of the season, had to sit out till after the Christmas break. 5'5" freshman guard, Peyton Sharp. This is their first game since the John Gibson Christmas tournament.
So Sharp makes her second one, so she has 4 points in the night, makes it a 32-28 game. This is anybody's game. If those 3 start dropping and they start making their layups, they're going to be good.
Yeah, shots going up. Yeah. It turns it over right back to Clayton again, and these are good things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
These are good things because these things are allowing Clayton to stay in the home stretch here. The turnover in the ball.
The bad thing about it, the clock has stopped. And so that's what you're worried about right now. They're playing a full court press.
Look at
Sharp.
That was foul on the other side of the court. They finally called foul at pass. And there's number 12 with her third foul on Wimmer.
Yep. I mean, look at what you saw what Sharp just did. She got out of the double team and allowed them to get past half court to make it a 2 shots here.
But again, I think they should have called foul there too, and they didn't. As Sharp's at the line shooting for 2, she'll miss her first. And you can see how dejected she is. She slams the ball with her fist as she gets her own rebound off that shot, no good. So number 2 comes out. That's Moultrie.
They're going to play the height game with that's Mylon Lewis.
32-28. Shot goes in, second's good. 33-28. It's a 5-point game now. The highest point game of the lead the Comets had was 6 back in the third. And this game is about to come to closing here. Back shot goes in, no good. Oh, that's going to give the ball back to Goodwin. Goodwin turns it back over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the ball. Rodriguez looking for Goodwin. Goodwin looking there. Hedinger's there. Hedinger's going to have to with Eves. And they're going to get a 1 minute remaining in regulation here now. Final minute of play underway. Goodwin turns it over. She'll get it back with best on defense. Goes back to number 12 to 22. That is going to be Fatiglia to Miles. And they make it up. No good. Comets ball.
That's 3 opportunities right there by the Cougars to get the ball and keep this game with a 1-point lead, and they missed all 3.
Amina Miles fouls. That's her third. 3 fouls now for Miles for the Cougars. 33-28. 41.4 seconds remaining in regulation here. Varsity men, Comets, and Cougars are next. We'll take a quick timeout, save our files. Replays are available. And by the way, you can Chromecast them on your TV. Did you know that?
That's right.
We did that.
Yeah.
And our next video cast, somebody messaged me and they said, when are you going to do the video again? When are you going to do the video again? Next video cast will be on the 17th at Clayton against Eastwake. We'll have the video cast for those games.
They wore my hat for that day.
That takes a lot of data to do that.
There you go.
40 seconds remaining in the regulation. Up court goes Rodriguez. Rodriguez now goes back to number 5. Sending it up to Miles. Miles shoots for 3. No good. And it's going to be the Comets with the ball now. Comets ready to hold this thing in here and bring it on home. Clayton Comets looking to go down to 10-3 before their first game of the conference. Jump ball is called. Comets ball.
Wow, they're, again, with only 22.4 seconds remaining, 34-28 game in favor of the Comets. These referees are letting them play. I mean, we've seen multiple times where Henniger has been knocked down and they haven't called the foul.
Eves goes back to Hettinger. Hettinger looking for Watkins. Watkins is not there. She's got to go on her own. Two-lady pressure now by Wimmer and Rodriguez, and then they fight to the ground, and there's got to be a foul called because she's the one that went down. Hettinger did.
I think they're going to call it on – no, they're going to call it on Washington.
I thought so, yeah.
No, well, I'm sorry.
Rodriguez. Foul on Rodriguez.
That's her first.
First foul on Rodriguez.
So what happened?
I have to say that was fair. That was a good call.
Well, what happened there? Was Henniger lost the ball, went past half court, and Henniger and Rodriguez went fighting for the ball. Well, last second, Henniger jumped and landed on top of the ball, so it took her a second. She makes her first one, so that's a good thing. Makes it a 35-28 game.
35-28, 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the game so far now for Clayton.
When Henniger fell and jumped on the ball, Rodriguez fouled her there. That's why. So 7 seconds remaining.
7 seconds with Lewis. Miles with the ball. Miles will go for two. She'll put it in. And they're going to call timeout. Timeout with 1.8 seconds. A 30-second timeout. I don't know what the purpose is.
Well, yeah.
They call timeout here. We're going to stay on the air with you now. 35-30, 1.8 seconds remaining in regulation. Clayton now has 8 fouls in the second half, 10 on Wake Forest, and they're in the bonus. Clayton looking to walk out of here at Wake Forest at 10-3. Looking strong. Ranked nationally at 2,667. Ranked at 96 in the state. Ranked 360 in the state for Wake Forest. They're 2-10. And they're going to fall to 2-11 with this loss in the non-conference to Clayton. Because this game will go to Wake Forest. There's nothing left. The horn goes up. They'll make it. Basket will count. 35-32 final score, but Clayton gets the win, Trey Stein.
3-point win. It came away. I mean, that came down to who wanted it more, and the defense by Clayton stepped up when it needed to. We saw that in the first half. It's kind of a tale of two different games because we saw the Cougars come in and just force their way any way they wanted. They had a good shot. And again, you go up against it's a 3A against a 4A, but a team that is 10-3, and they go up against now a 10 or 2-11 team in the Lady Cougars. We expected. You look on the stat sheet and say, this Clayton should take care of business. Yes, they got the win, but the Cougars came out in full force and a great game. A good game plan by Clint Williams, who was the head coach of the Lady Cougars, had his team prepared. But again, Marlon Lee came out on top.
Final score when it's all said and done, 35-32. And the Gen 3 Performance Imaging post-game report wrap-up will be fast because we're getting ready for the varsity men game. 35-32. A great game for the Comets. They're going to fall now. They're going to go to 10-3 on the season. So now 10-3 for the Comets as they prepare to take on South Johnston. They will play South Johnston on Friday night. Trey Stein and Brandon White will have coverage of that on CRN. So 10-3 now on the year for the Varsity Lady Comets against South Johnston opening conference play. And now for Coach Clint Williams and the Wake Forest Cougars, they now fall to 2-11. But Trey, before we get out of here in less than a minute, big scores, who are they in the game for both the Comets and the Cougars?
Well, the biggest score was Howard, who finished with right at 13 points. So it fell under her normal with averaging right at about 14 points a game. So she finished with 13, so right at it. But again, the defense, we're going to go on the defensive side of things where Delaney Eves is my MVP of the day because her presence down low, she came off the bench tonight. Her presence down low was the difference maker. We kept saying Howard. And then, of course, that's when Delaney Eves works her magic and does what she needs to do in order to win this game. And that's so my defensive MVP. We're going to go on that. Normally we go on the offensive side of things, but tonight it's for the defensive side for Delaney Eves.
There you go. For Trace Knott, I'm Wesley Outlet. Stick around. Varsity Comets, Varsity Cougars coming up. Wake Forest and Clayton. The men's nightcap is up on CRN. Follow us at crnsports.org, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram after quick radio time.